first trick I'm going to demonstrate is for dividing by 2 in base 6. So first we want to expand the 6 into exponential form. So we're going to write a times 6 squared plus b times 6 plus c times 1. Since we're taking the 2 out first, we want to see how many times 2 goes into this 6 squared, or 36. So this would be 18. So we're going to write 2 times a times 18. Next, we want to decide how many times 2 fits into 6. This would be 3 times, so we're going to add on 2 times b times 3. Now, we're just going to bring the c down because there's not a 2 to take out of c times 1. Next, we're going to put together these values. So we're going to write 2 times 18a plus 3b plus c. So we can see that the 18a plus 3b is all divisible by 2 already because we took a 2 out of there from the original numbers. Now, the only thing left to do is to find a c value that is also divisible by 2 in base 6. So the numbers that we have to choose from are 0 through 5. We know that 0, 2, and 4 are the only numbers in that set that are divisible by 2. So from this, we can determine that ABC 6 is divisible by 2 only when C is equal to 0, 2, or 4. The second divisibility trick that I'm going to talk about is for dividing by 4 in base 6. So again, we're going to write the 6 and expand it into exponential form. A times 6 squared plus b times 6 plus c times 1. Since we're taking a 4 out, first we must see how many times 4 goes into this 6 squared, or 36. So this would be 9 times. We're going to write our 4 that we're taking out, then 8 times 9. Next, we're going to decide how many times 4 fits into 6. So 4 does not directly or evenly fit into 6, so I'm going to separate it into 4b plus 2b. Once again, we can't take anything out of the c times 1, so we're just going to bring that c down. Next, we're going to write these values together. So we're going to have our 4 times 9a plus 4b plus 2b plus c. We can see that 4 times a times 9 plus 4b is divisible by 4 because we took out a 4 directly from the original numbers once again. Now we must find a value that for the b and c that are in 2b plus c. So again, the values that we can choose from are from 0 through 5. To test this, I plugged in 0, 1, and 2 for b. So I add 2 times 0 plus c, 2 times 1 plus c, and 2 times 2 plus c. This showed me that I cannot plug in the 3, 4, or 5 because the result would be larger than 6. So when b is equal to 0, c can only be equal to 4 or 0. So 2 times 0 plus 4 and 2 times 0 plus 0 equals 0 and equals 4. This only works because 1, 2, 3, and 5 would give me a value that 4 does not divide, which is why only 4 and 0 can work for the c values. So if b is equal to 1, c can only be equal to 2. So 2 times 1 plus 2 would be equal to 4. 0, 1, 3, 4, and 5 do not work for c because the value would either not divide by 4, this is if we used 0, 3, or 5, or if we use the number 4 for c, the value would be too large for base 6. Now, if b is equal to 2, c can only be 0. So we have 2 times 2 plus 0 equals 4. This is because if c is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, the value can't be divided by 4 or will be too large. For example, 2 times 2 plus 4, if c equals 4, would be 8, which is too large for a base 6 number. From this, we can determine that ABC 6 is divisible by 2 only when 2b plus c is equal to 4 or 0.